This is Clint of the Geek Dig podcast, and you are listening to the one and only BS Podcast Network.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and I would not be the filmmaker I am today. Barely respected with no hits to my name, were it not for the wonderful world of Disney. We all love Disney, man. Whether it's the movies, the parks, the Marvel movies, what have you, man. Disney is in our DNA. And you know whose DNA it's really in? The Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee. You want to go Disney hard? Never Disney soft. That's the show for you. Magic Our Way podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's all the Disney. You looking for a little D or the big D? Magic Our Way's got it for you.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Sunday sun, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana, in the United States of America. We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff, and this is the show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. For this episode, we are bringing back a segment we haven't done in a while called The Quest for the Best. And for this one, we are talking specifically the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, in case you didn't know. Spinner rides. We'll define that more in just a little bit. My name is Kevin.
They're spinning. My name is Danny.
And on this show, we follow the Disney concept of edutainment, where you focus on your entertainment, and along the way, you just might spin a thing or two.
Holy cow.
I was spitting on that one.
You know that scene in Jurassic Park where they saw the ripples in the water? I was grabbing my glass of wine, and I saw the ripples on that. Hey.
I am so pumped up about this. I just want to do that. Yeah.
Chaos
Can't wait to spin.
Spin it all, baby.
And as always, to join our discussion, we have the resident comic genius from ivorycomics.com, Mr. Eli Ivory.
Yeah. Spinning it all, man.
Yes, man.
How y'all doing, man? Looking forward to this one. Haven't seen you guys in a bit.
Doing good, Spinderella.
Spin it.
You know what I just realized?
What?
That you want a comic based upon Amish versus dinosaurs?
No,
I need to really write that
I'm
down.
sorry.
Genius,
I just came up with,
you laughing, but that's genius. That's the kind of stuff.
You know what? It
would
wasn't meant to be, so we could keep it a secret, because that's an idea waiting to happen.
Yeah, but please remind me.
Copyright Magic Our Way.
Because I had the same thing too. So
no, I was saying that Kevin's shirt looks very much like Uma Thurman from Kill Bill.
Yes.
I don't look as good as Uma Thurman, though.
No, you don't. No. And then I didn't.
But in your own way,
yeah, you do that. But that shirt is very Kill Bill, Uma Thurman, the Bride reminiscent.
Yeah, that's right, boy. You throw your ninja skills out there, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's right,
boy.
You flex for it.
Hi-ya.
Flex for us.
That's it.
Hi-ya.
You the groom, baby.
Ka-chow.
You the groom.
Ka-chugga.
Bam.
Ka-chugga.
What?
And also joining us for this episode is our resident travel agent for Magical Moments Vacations, the Shaggy TA, Lee Lastavica. Hey, man.
Hey, man. What's happening?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Man, same old, you know, just waiting for that phone to ring.
You're like that dude that asked those, like, that one girl out on prom just hoping she'll call
just
you.
waiting at home for that phone, that one phone call.
You like call AT&T. Does the phone work?
It's like that. You ever seen that Saturday Night Live episode where Buck Henry and he's all like trying to get people to call into the show, and he's like, you know what, strangling puppies, I'm in favor of it. Call me.
Book a trip with the puppies. Right. What do you need? What do you want?
And so, Lee, I guess you're a travel agent. You're waiting for people to book vacations, right?
Yes. No, I mean, truthfully, it's interesting. I looked at, you know, you're at the end of the year, you're starting the new year, you're kind of focusing your efforts and so on and so forth. And, you know, when it was all said and done, thank you, Disney. Honestly, thank you for, you know, protecting those commissions from vacations that were canceled and things like that. I really did not have that bad of a year when it's all said and done. Now,
oh, well, that's good.
If y'all don't start booking stuff soon, this year is going to be a little rough. But truthfully, we really are seeing a lot more inquiries about places in America, not overseas, not somewhere you got to get on a plane or quarantine yourself for 2 weeks when you get back. So people still want to travel. I think they're going to see, a lot of that coming around, and people are going to figure out a way to still enjoy vacations and time with their family. They're just not going to do it on, somewhere that they got to fly for 8 hours.
So now, Lee, I'm not just a co-host, I'm also a client. What would you tell? If I call you up right now and say, look, I want to go to Disney, but there's just so much not happening. What is your best argument to go to Disney right now?
Well, number one, I think that you've got a very controlled environment, and if you're worried about COVID, if you're worried about exposure and things like that, you're going to be going somewhere where they take it very serious. So I think that, that's number one. I still think overall, you're still getting a lot of entertainment for what you're paying. Is it maybe as good of a value as it was when everything was in place? I think no one would say that, but all in all, when it's all said and done, it ain't a bad place to take a vacation. You know what I mean?
All in all, that's a terrible fuel. Don't use all in all.
No.
All in all.
It's terrible. All in all is terrible. And somewhere Austin is laughing his butt off.
Boom! And only Austin.
And look, man, we normally play this at the end of the show, but I figure since he's hurting for business and every bookings that you do with Lee helps us, I'm gonna play this right now.
Play it.
Hey Mohicans, it's Lee, your friendly neighborhood travel agent. In addition to making all your Disney dreams come true, keep in mind I can always book you anywhere you want to go. I book Royal Caribbean, sandals, beaches, secrets. You want to go to Hawaii, you want to go to Mexico, just about anywhere you want to go, we can make that happen. And if you're planning that perfect Disney vacation, you're going to be dealing with the Disney Platinum Level Earmarked Agency. So give me a call at 832-570-5490. Email me at lee@magicourway.com. As always, please check out the Facebook page at facebook.com/Lastovica Travel. That's LASTOVICA Travel. Thank you and have a magical day.
With no Hasselvika.
And may I point out, that's the only time you'll get the actual phone number, right?
I was going to say, why you just play that at the end? I like the
It's actually the wrong phone number now, so.
Well, damn, we got to redo that ad then.
But your numbers change every episode, don't they?
No, it's still the same number. But
I wanted to play that at the front because normally when people hear this, I feel like they just stop listening because they know what to expect afterwards.
Well, yeah.
Which is a shame.
That message was brought to you by genericrock.com.
Yeah, that's right. Was that your choice for the retro 80s hair metal Philly?
It is a copyright-free choice.
Yes.
That was good of you, though. That was
AKA, we will not be sued for using that
when
track.
you want to rock and don't want to get sued, visit genericrock.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was very Johnny Lawrence of you.
And look, that voice that you're hearing right now is fresh off the boat with a pirate. Well, I guess not fresh off the boat because he's been in dry dock for months now, right?
Oh man.
The Pirates of the Magic Kingdom, our Mohican Navy has been in dry dock, where he serves as quartermaster. We welcome back our very own Officer Mohican, Kirk. Hey, man, welcome up.
Yeah, deja vu.
Deja vu.
All the vu.
All the vu with deja.
French fries.
How's Captain Stan and all the crew?
Ratatouille.
Totui.
I do believe they're doing fine.
Cordon bleu.
they ain't got no barnacles over there. They're all good.
No, all the barnacles have been scraped off.
Paris.
All right. Good.
Normandy.
Normandy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best French.
Oh.
I know
No, it's pretty good. I was just like, what happened?
I'm just throwing a bunch of
We
things.
visited places?
Oui.
Cordon
kiss.
bleu is good. I want that
Et
sandwich.
là-bas. All right. Hey, guys, look.
Crawfish pie, filet gumbo.
Filet gumbo, that's right. Well, Mohicans, ladies and gentlemen, today, as I stated at the top of the show, we are presenting another quest for the best episode. It's been a long time since we've done a show like this. It's been a while. And to remind you what the quest of the best was, this was a series of shows that we're doing off and on for a while, in which we put together a specific category of things, and we try to figure out which of these things is the best. We're looking for spinner rides.
Spin it.
Spinner. Spin it. Slap it. Bang it.
Spin it around. Oh, yeah.
Bop it.
Slap bop it. Thank you. I was like,
Bop it.
what the hell's the name of that game?
Twist it.
Bop it.
Bop it.
Tap
Twist
it.
it.
Twist it.
It.
Spin it around. I don't know what the hell's happening.
Jerk it.
It's going to be big.
Jerk it. Twerk it. Twerk it 2 times.
Twist it.
Twerking on the koozies.
All right.
We'll get into more details about what this quest for the best entails and what exactly is a spinner. But for now, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go discuss some spinning magic. Here we are on the hub, and as I stated at the beginning of the show, we are looking for the quest for the best. And for this grouping, we are targeting the Walt Disney World spinner attractions.
All the spinning.
All the spinning. And you're thinking, what could be on that list? And I'm going to say, we're talking about the traditional spinners. Am I talking about Mission Space, guys?
No.
No, we're not talking about Mission Space. Am I talking about the carousel? No, we're not talking about here. I'm talking about those attractions in which that are tethered to a central spinning beam, and you can make it go up and down and do all kind of stuff. Not a lot of stuff, but those things where you can see see where the ride vehicle is actually attached to it. Not that you couldn't see with the carousel, but let's face it, if you look to your left or your right, you're not going to see it. You know it's attached above you, but that's a totally different story, and that's a totally different kind of quest for the best. But we are talking about the quest for the best of these attractions.
And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, that's boring. And you're not wrong.
No, you're totally wrong. Because we're going to hype it up like we do Magic Our Way style.
I just usually avoid these attractions when I go to Disney World.
Oh, don't be like that.
Oh, but you know,
don't be like that.
I just don't find them. I just don't feel like they're exciting enough. It's just such a boring attraction.
But they're quite exciting. You got to give it a chance.
And that voice does sound like somebody who hadn't been laid, so they haven't had a kid, so they haven't had to ride one of these spinner attractions.
That's true.
Yes. But these spinner attractions can be good in their own right.
Yes, and so the spinner attractions that we are focusing on in Walt Disney World are as follows. There's only 4 by our definitions.
Yes.
Number 1, we have the Astro Orbiter at Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Also at Magic Kingdom, we have the Flying Carpets of Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
Also at Magic Kingdom, of course, in Fantasyland, we have Dumbo.
That's right.
And finally, in Animal Kingdom, in that Chester and Hester thingamabob, we have Triceratops Spin. By definition, those are our traditional spinners. Y'all see where we're getting at here?
Yes. No alien swirling saucers.
No, that's
mad tea party. Yeah, all those things that spin around. They don't spin around the exact. We're looking at those things that all act alike.
That is absolutely correct. So that's what we're doing. And the way we're going to judge it is this. Kind of like we did those past shows, we each have ranked these particular attractions 1 through 4. And basically, kind of like golf, Lee is going to tally up all the different rankings that we have given it. And the attraction with the lowest score is the number 1 attraction.
Yes.
Is the best. That's our best that we've come up with.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirk is here. He's going to act as our tiebreaker because, of course, with just the 4 hosts of Magic Our Way, we are an even number. And so if we're split, Kirk is going to come in, just like the Navy, blow shit up. And he's going to be like, this is how it's going to be. This is the winner.
I'm going to handle that split.
That's how you do the split.
The official tiebreaker of the Magic Our Way podcast.
Splitsville.
Sideways smile.
Mm-hmm. I am anticipating a split. I'm here for the split.
Really?
So you're here for the split.
I'm here for the split.
You all about the split.
I will take care of that split.
Do that split. Do that split.
What?
All right, so with the quest for the best of the Walt Disney World Mountains, we're using the same categories we did for that show.
Okay.
And we're judging each attraction based upon queue, ride experience, theme, and repeatability.
Okay.
Those are the 4 categories, guys. So what do you say we jump right into it?
Let's jump.
All right, so
Might as well jump.
1984 reference.
Eddie Van
Love
Halen.
it. Oh, yeah, rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Gotta love it. All right, anyway, so look.
And Larry King.
Oh, that's right, Larry King.
Oh, God.
I'm sure he appeared on a Disney something or other as a voice.
I'm sure he interviewed someone from Disney at one time.
Yes.
He was mostly known for Shrek.
Oh, it's true.
He was the
You're
ugly
right.
stepsister, was
That's
he not?
right.
Stan Lee played him in one of the Iron Man movies.
Yes, he did. Oh, that is true.
Stan Lee's the man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, or not, there's no ladies here. All right,
No.
gentlemen.
Well, I thought you were addressing the audience,
All right.
to which there are ladies.
Okay,
and
so
gentlemen
Mohicans,
there.
ladies and gentlemen, we're starting with Q. before you hop on an attraction, you have to get in line for it. And so we're going to rank these attractions based upon queue. And so
Got to a lot of people right now scratching their heads and going, queue in a spinner?
Yeah.
There are queues. There are queues.
There are queues of different levels.
Anywhere you have to stand in line and make a line, and that's a queue.
We're talking about that experience, man. So let's start there. That's a pretty easy concept to address. I don't know. What do we say we start with our number 4s?
Sure. Number 4 for queue. I'll throw it right out there. Triceratops Spin.
I'll second that. I'll say Triceratops Spin. And it sounds like Lee, you did that?
You second that emotion?
I second that emotion.
Okay. Lee, triple?
Yep.
You tripled it. What do you think, Eli? Where would you put?
There's not much to that.
There is not much to that.
It's baking in the sun, looking at a bunch of carnival rides that you don't want to have anything to do with. You don't want to play. You don't want to venture out in that area. It's really a boring, suffocating, horrible queue. And the only good thing about it is it's probably the quickest moving of the queues.
Yeah, you just wish for Chuck E. Cheese tickets at that point while you're standing there waiting.
I mean, what would y'all say? Is that the quickest moving of the queues? Would you think it's Triceratops Spin?
It's not bad. I would say it's almost...
Dumbo's good, but you get the little thing so that you don't really notice the passage of time as much.
I'd probably say Aladdin and Triceratops are pretty close as far as wait times.
Aladdin's worse. Aladdin is worse.
But... I think it's probably the shortest of the 4.
So that's the one good thing it has going for it.
There's usually not like a crazy surge that's going towards that.
Yeah, that's correct. Because most of the people are going to the boneyard to play around. My girls loved it. They used to love riding Triceratops Spin. That's for them. It's a must do. So always, actually, I got to take that back. I think every damn spinner in the world is something that they wanted to do.
Yeah, that's my kid as well. She enjoyed Triceratops Spin. Now we walk right by it, and she could care less.
It's been a while since I've been down there, so I don't know if they would do the same thing. So I'm curious to see what would happen next time we go.
You going to test that theory now?
Well, here's the funny thing. We're planning actually a vacation this summer. If we can do it, we're going to go to Hilton Head. We're going to visit the DVC resort in Hilton Head. So who knows? Just a little teaser in the summer, you might get a Hilton Head review from one of your weekends for sure.
Oh, wow.
So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. We're not too sure, depending on how everything with COVID goes. But if everything goes well, because I've racked up enough vacation time,
I hope.
I believe you.
I could afford a vacation to drive out to Hilton Head. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope you get some head.
I do. Thank you.
Yeah, all the Hilton Head.
Now, as far as Triceratops Spin, do y'all think...
Paris Hilton Head.
That's an old video.
He's on delay. I have that video, actually.
But still a classic.
Do y'all think the closure of Primeval World negatively affects it or positively affects it? Like, people are saying, hey, this ride's not here, let's wait in line for this one. Or people say, hey,
that's gets rid of Chester and Hester.
There's one less reason to even go to that place, so never even bother with it.
I think Primeval World was the greatest evil in that particular area of the park. Triceratops Spin pales in comparison to the evil that was Primeval World. So I would say it doesn't help me want to go to that area because now all that's left over there is a spinner and some rip-off carnival rides. Not rides, what do you call them? Those midway games.
The game games, yeah.
So, no, it doesn't do anything to make me want to go, but it doesn't do anything to make me want to stop because I hated Primeval World with a passion.
I mean, I think with Primeval World, that was one of those attractions that looked like anyone could ride it, but there was a significant height restriction on there, more than you think. So I don't know that it's really affecting it because it's not like the kids that were on Primeval World are now going to go ride Triceratops Spin. They're two different categories, two different ages, two different things. So I don't think it makes any difference at all.
Yeah.
And look, Primeval World is a traditional type of, well, not traditional. It's a wild, what they call a wild mice roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I like those coasters, but Primeval World, those ride vehicles were so uncomfortable.
Oh God.
Especially if you were like two big men stuck with two other normal sized people. And it was just so uncomfortable and terrible. I didn't like it, but I do love those type of roller coasters, but not those ride vehicles.
Those herky jerky.
And tight. It was a very tight. You had to be super skinny. I'm not skinny.
If you got a bad hip,
you need your spine at some point.
Hey, look, if you got back, this ain't going to work.
Yeah.
Oh no, we ain't gonna make it there.
That's right.
No.
But to answer Kirk's question, I think it's a push. I don't think it changes anything because Triceratops Spin is right there. It's a traditional spinner. You know what it does, and the kids are probably like, "Hey, I want to do this."
Yeah,
I'm just glad I don't have to visit the chiropractor anymore. Riding Primeval World. That's
Yes, sir.
just ugh.
All right, cool. So that was our number 4 pick for Q. What is our number 3 pick for Q?
Oh, this is good. All right, now we're getting interested. So I went first last time. I'll let somebody else go first.
I'll go first for this one. I'm putting Flying Carpets of Aladdin number 3.
Number 3.
For that one, yes.
Oh,
all right. So Lee, same there. Okay.
I second that emotion as well.
All right, he seconds that emotion. What do you think, Eli?
I just can't do Jasmine like that, but
Jasmine's not even an attraction.
I know, you're right.
You're already outvoted.
I just like to dream. No,
it's okay.
It's
okay.
a quick one. No,
you give it whatever number you want.
No, it's a very quick.
It's a
one.
valid number, so you give whatever number you want.
I could give it that because
You're giving it 3.
Yeah, because you can just jump right on it. Boom.
So far we're all in cohesion. So what are your 3 and what would your 3 and 4 be, Kirk? If you had the vote,
No, it's the exact same way.
really?
Exactly.
Oh, so we're all in agreement. All right. So now here we go. Maybe we get some action here. Our number 2 Q experience. What do you guys think? Who else?
Okay, yeah, the number 2 it has to be Astro Orbiter because it's just kind of it's carny.
Okay.
No,
I don't consider it carny.
I mean,
I agree with your ranking.
Yeah,
I don't know that I would call it carny. I mean, you got the elevator, you go up, you ascend to the platform.
And you know, that's about what I was about to say. It's still a standard switchback, but you get that additional experience of an elevator.
Yes.
So you're going up, like as if you're going onto the launch pad. So
and I'm still mesmerized by the robot that has the keyboard inside its chest and types out the newspaper.
yeah, right.
I am
exactly.
still mesmerized by that. I want that droid.
Yep. So that's definitely number 2. So it sounds like we're all in accordance, in agreement. Right?
Yes, I think we have an accord.
Kirk, what would you put?
We have an accord.
We have an accord.
At
So
least
you agree
on this
too.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
And
makes
so
number 1
Dumbo. Yeah.
Dumbo.
Yes.
Dumbo's got.
I was going to
the-
say we should let Lee announce it because it's his favorite. And he
Oh.
had
it's his favorite.
Oh well, go ahead, Lee.
Well, it is. I mean, it was kind of like a it wasn't a real surprise. It was the last one. But yeah, number 1, obviously, if we're talking about the original Dumbo, then no, it would definitely change the rankings.
Sure.
But now you've got a whole play area. They give you the little buzzer to come back when your ride's ready, all this kind of stuff. There's no comparison when it comes to the queues for these 4 rides.
All right,
Dumbo is above and beyond.
So Lee, real quick, just in case we have some younger listeners that have no idea what you're talking about, in the old iteration of Dumbo attraction, what was the queue experience like?
It was basically just switchbacks. They had a couple little fun mirrors and face things that you could put your face in and stuff. And it was just basically nothing. It was shaded at least, so that would have given it a little bit of an advantage. But that was it. And this also was only one spinner, so you were waiting for that one ride to open up. The only cool thing about it was there was this little game where like you could figure out how to get your kid to ride it twice. We talked about it in the Dumbo show where you had to like space out yourself and your partner to where you could get in line with your kid. And then as soon as they got off, your partner would be next in line. You just bring the kid to them and then they could get on with the kid. So the kid got 2 rides out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
But I guess you could do that on just about any ride. Just most of the other spinners don't fill up as big of a line as Dumbo did. Dumbo is just one of those ones that everyone has to ride. It's classic, and you got to do Dumbo while you're there. So it always had a long line.
All right, Lee. So like, just for people that don't know, or may not have remembered, what is their queue experience now as a travel agent?
They've got a whole little play area over there. Again, you're dividing the line up into 2 spinners, so the line goes faster. And when you get in line, they give you like a little buzzer, like you would get at Chili's or someplace like that. When it's your turn, you get a little buzz, so you can just go and take your time, relax. The kids can go climb on stuff, and they've got a whole play area that's all themed to the circus and Dumbo and that. It's just a great, and it's covered. It's not out in the sun, so yeah, it's great, man.
I like that. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Time to get dizzy.
Well, that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. So it sounds like we're all in accordance as far as that particular order. And now let's transition over to the next category, which is ride experience. And ride experience, what that entails is different things like what you can do with the vehicle itself.
Yes. The sensation of
The
riding.
sensation, the comfortable
Fluidity.
Yeah.
All that.
all that kind of stuff.
Ooh, comfortable?
Yeah. How comfortable are you in the ride vehicle? That's part of your experience.
Oh, boy.
Let's start with our number 4 ranking. Who would like to have one first?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Triceratops Spin is going to be my number 4 here.
I double that. I have Triceratops Spin as number 4 as well.
Okay.
Same here.
All right, E?
Yeah, I mean, it's just not much to that. I mean, maybe because I'm just old, but yeah.
The only thing I will say for Triceratops is that they probably have the widest space available.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a little more roomy than the other ride vehicles. I still don't think it's enough to get it down to 3, but that's the one advantage it does have is that there's more space in the ride vehicles than the other 3.
And it does give you the option to tilt. Because only 2 of them have tilting options. You got 2 that go up and down.
Right.
You got 2 that go up and down and can tilt. And Triceratops Spin does tilt. The only thing is that the ride experience itself, it's a little... I don't know why. Why is a Triceratops flying? I mean,
yeah.
Anybody?
There's no science to back that up.
Why can't it be a pterodactyl? Pterodactyl spin.
Yeah,
Pterodactyl would have been great.
That makes more sense.
That would have been awesome.
Totally makes more sense.
I don't know.
Because they got little arms, as it's not the pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl has a small body. Maybe you can't fit 4 people in that rider's vehicle.
Yeah, but you could do like
That's true.
could do them, stack them, like 1, 2, 3.
Rack 'em, stack 'em.
Stack them, spin them.
Rack, stack, rack.
And
Spin them.
maybe that goes more to theming, I suppose. So maybe, I don't know. But Dumbo flies. Astro Orbiter, space jets fly. Magic carpets fly.
It's in the title of the attraction.
Yeah,
There's
it's up
nothing
there.
about Triceratops that make me say, fly.
Apparently they spin.
They spin.
But you got to be forced to spin.
Maybe like Dumbo has a magic feather, they got a magic rock or something. Like a magic
rock.
No.
Last magic rock hit them. They all killed them. But okay.
Magic
Magic asteroid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gallbladder.
Gallbladder. Gallstones did it.
Gallstones did
You got
it,
a
yeah.
magic gallstone. You turn the
That's it.
stone and they start to move around. Yeah, no, there's not much to it.
All right, so we're all in accordance with number 4. So
Yes.
let's see what our number 3 is.
Mm.
And I guess I'll go next since I did that before. I'll say my number 3 is Astro Orbiter.
Oh, get out of here.
That's where I put my ride experience.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Okay,
yeah.
so we have our first really big disagreement here.
Yeah, because I went with Aladdin.
You went with
Aladdin, okay.
I didn't go with that. Okay.
Okay. I went with Dumbo as my number 3.
That's what I was
cool.
going with.
All right.
Dumbo.
Yeah, because I mean, outside of, I mean, there again with Dumbo, there's no tilt
There isn't.
whatsoever.
Yeah, you're just there. Just.
Yeah, it just seems like you're stationary, and the only real joy out of that is that you're riding in Dumbo, and it makes sense that Dumbo's flying. So the experience in and of itself is kind of cool. You get the ornate centerpiece that you get to look at, but I don't know that I think that centerpiece is as cool as what you get at Astro Orbiter with the planets and everything else that's floating around.
It's a chill kind of thing, though. It's
It
like
is.
it's like that's the thing. Like you just kind of you go there. Now for me, I'm kind of big, so it's like thank God my knees can still fit this thing. But it's chill. It's a
So
chill
who's your
ride.
number 3, Eli?
Dumbo.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no, we good.
Yeah, I put Astro Orbiter because there's a level of fright for me.
Fright?
Yeah, but that's part of the ride experience.
I know, but it is, but I don't like that.
You like fright? You are a thrill seeker out of all of us.
But it's like
You love roller coasters. You literally say that every day. Like,
This
I like
reminds me.
roller
Of,
coasters.
it reminds me of that freaking roller coaster in Las Vegas where all they do is you're up on the top of a
And they
skyscraper
hang you
and
over.
they tilt you and hang
Yes.
you, and then that's it. I go up on the Astro Orbiter. I am up in the air, and all of a sudden I have a button that makes me go up higher. That. I know I'm not gonna fall.
Okay, but
And I know I'm not gonna freaking fly off of this thing. But holy crap, I'm high.
So so you like speed, just not height.
See, look, I dig Disneyland's because it's on ground level, but we take that freaking elevator. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of peeing a little bit.
Wouldn't that go though more in the repeatability aspect.
Well, that does factor it in for me, for sure. Yes,
because I mean, like there again, I mean, there's some kind of fear when you know you're going to plummet down Splash Mountain
a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, I think the repeatability is kind of tied into my ride experience because of that.
Okay.
Yes, and
So-
we'll talk about where I rank that as far as repeatability when we get to that section. But
Okay.
it'll make sense based upon my ranking for this.
No, yeah, look, I can take it, but it's so intense, and that's what I think. That's why ride experience wise, I'll give it away right now. It's number one.
Yeah.
because every other spinner is pretty much the exact same experience with little delineations here or there. Whereas Astro Orbiter, you are very well aware of your surroundings, where you're at. Everything else, you're checking your phone.
Yeah.
You know, like, did I get any messages?
You looking at the girls walk by like, hey,
Right.
what's up about this ride? How you doing, baby?
Let me book my next fast pass whenever they do that again. You're doing that when you're in that spinner. And Astro Orbiter, you're very much invested in the experience. You are in it.
You kind of don't have a choice.
That's because you got to trust the damn thing from not flying you out of the vehicle.
That's what I'm saying. That should wake you up.
Yeah, that's like one of the rides where I'm like, we do really have to go up.
I just was surprised by this because you're like a thrill seeker.
Yeah.
I just heard you say things and do things where I'm like,
I was scared when I was up there. I get what he said. Like,
It's
I was
like,
holding on.
If it's thrill where I'm staying there, that's different than when like, okay, I'm really up high, I'm gonna do this loop, and then I'm coming back down. There's no coming back down, regardless if you come down on the attraction or go up. If you press the lever, you're still up.
Yeah, always up.
You're still up in the air in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of like, I don't have to ride this. I'll get the jalapeno cheddar, whatever the cheese pretzel was.
all the way up.
So you like your thrills to be safe?
Yes.
I am shocked to hear this right now. I have to admit, I am a little shocked.
Hey, look, if we went and y'all said we wanted to do it, I would go. I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
Do I have to do it every time? No, but that kind of gives away my repeatability.
I was going to say that speaks right to repeatability.
Yes, it does. So, but if y'all wanted to go and we went like tomorrow, I would say, okay, let's do it.
I want to just kind of jump on that too. Is like the one thing I will say is that Astro Orbiter kind of has that, like, what is it called? Those
Je ne sais quoi?
no. Like when they come and set up a carnival in the parking lot of the old mall that doesn't get any business anymore.
Cardi.
And it's kind of like, carnival. It's kind of not carnival as far as like Triceratops Spin goes, but it feels a little dangerous. Like, man, I hope this thing does, like all these bolts hold up. I hope that this cart doesn't fly off. So I kind of get that. You know, I mean, obviously it's Disney, so it's not going to happen.
Right.
Is he just
You feel like anything would fall apart or something crazy would happen, it would be on that particular attraction. It just reminds me of those carnival rides that, you know, again, they set up in the parking lot.
Those things they pull up in the back of an 18-wheeler and they fold them down
exactly.
and they get this little guy with no teeth that's doing it. Those things are sketchy as f***. I'm not riding those things.
Oh yeah, Joe Bob is
right.
totally safe when he's setting up the ride for you. He's totally good. He's a pro. Don't let his teeth fool you.
He's a highly trained specialist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He just didn't have a good dental plan
Right.
that day. That's all that was.
You know, he could have finished his engineering degree. He's just he
had things happen to
had
him.
to drop out to take care of his mom.
And
Last
that's
time I went
it.
on one of those things, you know what was running the ride? A stick.
I wouldn't equate it to carning the carnival.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
I don't think that, but I do. I think Lee's point still stands, and I think it's the exact same point you make, Kev, which is that I feel unsafe up there.
Yeah, because there's nothing other than like the vehicle. It's air.
But then
I also feel like I was afraid like my kid's going to jump out of the car or something.
I mean, but isn't that part of the experience? And I guess it depends on the individual.
But
then
in a Disney universe, where we've lost Goofy's bounce house because they're afraid of kids jumping around and hurting themselves, and we've lost so many cool things because kids and parents might hurt themselves. The idea that the little spinner ride up on the second floor is fine.
Aren't you the guy that laments the loss of the Skyway?
Yeah, I do. But I mean, I'm tethered to the attraction itself.
Well, there's a little rope thing. I don't know about tether.
A little while when you go across the poles.
Look, I'll be honest. In the old Skyway in the Magic Kingdom, when we got to that right turn, the 90-degree turn that they had, which is they're very famous and they love to talk about it, I got scared. Or even when you went to the top of a tower and you hit those wheels and you started bumping.
Yeah.
He liked the vibration on his backside.
I did. But at that height, it was still scary.
I just didn't think you had this type of fear. Like you just strike me as a. Do you do the haka before you come up there?
I might have to before I ride the attraction. It's weird. I have some limits. I'm willing to do it, but it does frighten me a little bit.
I'm just Kevin. We went on a trip and you faced High Gruber face to face. I mean, granted he was a level below you.
Yeah, I had the high ground, so I didn't care.
I just saying this is a sad day.
I think the idea that something frightens you adds to the experience because now you're invested, whereas before you're kind of not invested. You're not invested when you're riding Triceratops Spin. You're not invested when you're riding Dumbo. Well, maybe you're invested riding Dumbo because it is a classic. Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Okay, so let's segue because we're going to beat this point to death.
Let's segue. Well, just to be fair, Kirk, what would your number 3 have been?
It's having a chord again.
Oh, really?
Yep.
With who?
Yeah.
I forgot.
My name's Danny. That's Eli.
Yeah, that's Eli. My brain is fried.
Nice to meet you.
Jim Bob.
Yes.
Jim Bob.
Jim Bob.
I'm Cotton
Where
Stan.
your teeth? Wow.
In my pocket.
That's Lieutenant Dan.
I had a question.
You had a question?
I had a question.
You had a question?
Where does we're talking about ride experience right now, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Where does things like the lights and stuff? What is like
the lights?
The way of
That's theme. That's more of a theme.
Okay, that's what I want to.
Yeah. All right. So here we go with number 2. What is y'all's number 2?
Okay, so that's what I was going to segue. So Magic Carpets of Aladdin would be my number 2, just from the standpoint of the visuals that you get when you're up there. The ride experience itself, you get the tilting back and forth, whatnot, so you get the more of the full range motion of the vehicles. The camel spinning while, that's probably more of a queue experience kind of thing. But I'm digging the idea that I'm riding this carpet in the middle of Agrabah in the marketplace, and I'm high up and I'm listening to a whole new world. I'm zoning in. That now I'm starting to plug into this idea of the spinner being a little bit more than just going around and around in a circle.
Yeah, if for some reason the exact same reasons you just gave, that's why Carpets of Aladdin is my number 1.
Okay.
Actually.
Oh wow!
Because of what I get to see, the theming and stuff. I don't mean to jump the gun a little bit, but I figure you spoke to every reason I gave it the number 1. But the ride experience is fun. I get to tilt. I do that. I'm still in kind of an adventure, Agrabah kind of a feel land.
Sure.
You got the camels that spit and stuff. Yeah, it's still a spinner and whatnot, but it's still kind of a cool thing in which the ride experience is fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that one for sure. But look, my number 2 is Dumbo.
Okay.
Dumbo is fun. I enjoy that attraction. There's something classic about it. The colors, just being in Dumbo is fun for me. I enjoy it.
It's just because you're so scared of the Astro Orbiter.
Yes. That's the problem with Astro Orbiter for me. Yes,
gotcha.
Because regardless, when I get off the ride, I'm still up there.
I just can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
I know it's weird.
I'm a little surprised myself.
I would say, look, and I love me some Jasmine to death, but I would have to say my number 2 wouldn't be Aladdin because of I would throw it.
Your number 2 is Aladdin?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a term to it. The feels.
Yes.
The feels.
Okay.
And again, it's chill. Like, hey, you ride up and down. You just like, you got your people right there. You're like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, Lee, what's yours, man?
So I did Dumbo as number 2.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That should be surprising because, again, I love Dumbo. But this actual experience, I mean, come on. You're up top. You're high. You're going around. Probably feels faster than you actually are going, but you definitely are going fast. So, I think that gives Astro Orbiter my number 1. So Dumbo's great. Of course, I love it. I love the theming. I like hear the organ music and all that stuff. But ultimately, if I could only do one that day, well, I say it, but I probably still would do Dumbo because it's my favorite. But really, truly, just in this category, ride experience, I think Astro Orbiter edges it out.
I think we've all kind of given ourselves away a little bit without really doing that. So I think everyone knows where we're going number 1 here. Kevin, you're going to go with Aladdin.
I'm going with Aladdin. That's correct.
Yeah. Eli and I going with Astro Orbiter.
Yeah,
and Lee. And Lee's going Astro Orbiter.
Yeah, be like face your fear. It's a spinner competition. go yank you to death.
The only flip flop with Lee is that he put Dumbo ahead of Magic Carpets of Aladdin.
All right, well, we still got a little.
And I think too, like also you got to figure in, and maybe this would go. I don't think it's really themed. To me, it's not the experience of riding it at night. Astro Orbiter then definitely gets the 2 thumbs up.
Oh, it's not even a question at that point in time. You have the nighttime experience, but I'm
even more scared of that one.
Are you what? You more afraid of this ride at night? Is that what you're saying right now, baby?
Out of all the spinners,
Kevin,
that one does give me the heebie-jeebies.
I am learning so much right now.
I'm going to ask Kevin a question.
It's funny. Yes.
I'm going to ask Kevin a question.
I'm not laughing. I'm with you. I'm just like, I didn't see it. Like,
I don't want you to answer this right now, Kevin.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, I want you to take some time to think about it while we're talking around, and then let us know when you're ready to answer this. Okay. What is your top 3 scariest rides at Disney?
Oh, I like that. Oh, that should be a show.
That's, you know what?
Let's make that a show.
20
scariest rides at Disney World.
2021 Kevin Appreciation Day. Your scariest rides.
Kevin is right. That could be our own show, so we'll do that as a show one day.
I just didn't see it.
Table that. We'll come back to it. Out of curiosity, what was your 2-in-1 for a ride experience?
2-in-1 for ride experience?
Yes, sir.
Astro Orbiter and the Aladdin thing.
Aladdin, okay.
The Aladdin thing?
Yeah.
That's 2 or is that 1?
No, he said Astro Orbiter is 1, Aladdin is 2.
Okay, right. The Aladdin thing.
Right?
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah. All right.
If
So
Jasmine would have been on the carpet, that'd have been number 1 for me.
that'd be a whole different experience.
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
I'm not scared.
Wouldn't just be camel spitting.
I would, yeah. Y'all be like, hey, when does he like gonna show up for dinner? Like, no, he's still on that ride. Like, God, like Jasmine's still on the carpet.
All right, so the next category we have is theme. So we're starting with our number 4.
Number 4.
Yes, number 4 is our starting. Who gives it number 4? Where do you have that?
Danny.
I'm going to go with Triceratops Spin. I know I'm going to limit this.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a pattern going on here.
This is it's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Triceratops Spin now.
Is there anyone who doesn't have Triceratops Spin as their number 4 theme?
I'll be honest, I didn't, but now I do.
Once again, why are Triceratops flying?
It's so random.
Why am I in a carnival dinosaur atmosphere in the middle of
Dinoland USA?
Dinoland USA.
Yeah, by Finding Nemo, theater.
There's nothing to see when you're riding around up there. What's the scenery outside of seeing Primeval World and the Midway games and everything like that? It's just
random,
lame.
And then you got like the little dinos popping out of the little center structure where some are balancing on balls and doing little things. It's like really like just.
Well, think about it. Does it fit within the stupid carny atmosphere that it's supposed to be?
I don't think it does.
Does it really? Not really.
I don't think it, but it's carny. So. But it's carny, so that's the.
It's corny?
No, the carny.
Oh, carny.
It's like everything is like out the box, but yeah, you just walk past and get a cheeseburger or a frozen Coke.
To answer your question, Kevin, yes, it fits into the whole idea. This is a carnival style atmosphere, and of course, in a carnival style atmosphere, you're gonna have like a spinner ride, and then the kids are gonna ride, and it doesn't make any sense. And who gives a shit?
The dinosaur,
it's just a ride. No. But that's the thing. I mean, why does it make sense when you go to the carnival that they have a ride that shoots you up and drops you down right next to a ride that you're fishing and you pull out the fish and you get a prize,
or you hit the ball with the bottles or the
yeah. That's the beauty of carnival rides is that it's not a theme park. Nothing needs to fit together. So it technically, yes. Does it fit? Yes. But where it really just doesn't fit is why. When you have the rich subject of dinosaur, you have the wonder that is the Boneyard's beautiful.
Boneyard's awesome.
Boneyard's awesome. Dinosaur is one of the better rides that exists.
That's a good point.
If we were to do a top 5 list of underrated Disney attractions, Dinosaur should definitely be on there.
Write that down too.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, but Chester and Hester's Dinorama just doesn't fit.
It fits the theme in the worst themed area of the entire Disney Corporation.
Yeah, it's a blight upon.
That's it.
Animal Kingdom.
It's subtle. Everything else before you get to it is very subtle. It's very chill, for lack of a better word.
Right.
And then when you get to it, it's like that girl that got like one good eye, but she's wearing like the brightest dress possible to attract attention. You're like, yeah, but you only got one eye, girl. I mean,
you gotta imagine every single time that it comes to like, how can we improve Animal Kingdom? Imagineers are like,
You want to check? You want to give this one a shot?
Yeah, what about conservation station? We could, but
take care of this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the dude with no teeth, he's like, "Hey, I'm on meth. I'll stop anybody."
But how do we compete with Jurassic Park? We don't have a property. We have the dinosaur movie. Don't think it's enough.
But maybe Disney Plus will help it out once that is.
Do they own Ice Age now? I don't know if they.
Yes,
own
they
Ice
do.
Age.
They do own Ice Age.
Jim throw ice cubes at people.
Blue
Jim Hill
Sky.
did mention it
Maybe
as
Blue
a
Sky.
And it was popular too back in early 2000s. I mean, I don't know what Ice Age has done lately, but
It's still throwing out. It's throwing
it's
out.
not unlike Disney to go ahead and try to capitalize on properties that were popular 10 years ago. Anyway, so Triceratops would have been last for you as well, Kirk?
As far as scenery goes, it would have to be last. But I feel total opposite as far as theming goes.
What would you put of what would you put of?
Theming thing in the land and stuff like that? That all goes together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that.
I would probably say number one.
No.
Triceratops Spin?
Yes.
Wait, let me make sure we got this straight.
We've gone over this stuff before, and that's why I just
We say
theming of the ride itself, how it fits in that land, not the blight that is Chester and Hesse's, not how it fits in Animal Kingdom, and it shouldn't be there to beginning. I feel the theme, the story they brought up for that area, even though it doesn't belong there, as ugly as crap, it fits. Triceratops Spin fits there. It's a carnival ride.
Okay,
Triceratops Spin.
fair enough. But you're putting it above the Magic Carpets in Agrabah in Adventureland. You're putting it above
Dumbo.
Astro Orbiter in Tomorrowland, and you're putting it above Dumbo, even though it was kind of shoehorned into Storybook Circus. I'll give you.
But it was a storybook.
If you want to say they created that to fit the Dumbo personality, fair enough. But I don't see one of these properties that is out of place.
Like, okay, seriously, like you walk, like, look, you feel how you want to feel. All opinions are welcome. I'm just saying.
That's an interesting take, though.
You just said it don't fit, but it fit.
I know.
Just explain to me why it is that it fits better than the other three. And your reason is your reason. I mean, no argument there. I'm just, what makes it fit better than the Magic Carpets in Agrabah, Astro Orbiter in Tomorrowland, and Dumbo in the circus area?
If I have all four of these, I find personally, I think they fit perfectly in where they are.
Okay.
So I had to go through all these four in my head and think, okay, which one of these things do I think fits better, puts it above all the rest that fits in there. They all match the area they're in. Aladdin, it matches the area. It's in Adventureland because that's Agrabah.
It's an adventure to capture Jasmine.
Exactly.
I understand.
It's themed that way. Astro Orbiter is above, is in Tomorrowland, in space. It all fits. Storybook Circus. I think that fits. It's just, personally, I find out, and then I do like Chester and Hesse's Dinoland USA area.
Well, here's the thing. Let me see if I get this right. Magic Carpets of Aladdin was shoehorned into Adventureland. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Dumbo, as it is now, is shoehorned into Storybook Circus. Astro Orbiter, original to that land. Triceratops Spin, original to that land. So I can kind of see it from that point of view, yeah?
I could if I'm accepting the premise that Triceratops Spin fits within Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama, so it wasn't shoehorned into that land. But then where I break from that is that I feel that Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama in and of itself was shoehorned into that land.
It breaks away from itself.
No, I agree with that.
So I would go with the theming that they did with.
So by that, Astro Orbiter should okay.
So you take it from a nostalgia point of view.
But what Danny was saying, it almost sounds like Astro Orbiter should win over those two. Of the things not shoehorned.
Astro
into
Orbiter, as far as the theming, where it should be placed in this thing.
Yeah, because Astro Orbiter was not shoehorned. Triceratops was not shoehorned. But Tomorrowland. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, but now we giving ourselves away. And that's not fair to Kirk.
Yeah, I think you kind of work yourself into a situation where if you define it by being shoehorned, yes, Dumbo was shoehorned to an extent. Magic Carpets were shoehorned to, but both places they developed areas and lands around it,
yeah,
that made it make sense. Where
the other two
Astro
they didn't
Orbiter,
right?
There's nothing around Astro Orbiter that makes you say, okay, I'm about ready to board a spaceship and go on a journey. And like, Astro Orbiter is just your spinner ride up high. There's nothing.
But it's like a centerpiece.
But it is a centerpiece. Yeah, I would put it to you like that. Yes.
But what is Tomorrowland in and of itself now?
It's tomorrow, so you can't put
is it?
like a. I mean, well, look.
Is it though?
I mean, look, I'll take it like
It's
that.
the idea of what tomorrow would be 50 years ago.
Maybe in other parks.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, look.
Maybe in other parks.
Like maybe if there was like a mission control nearby.
We're talking strictly theming.
Yes. Strictly yes.
All right,
yes.
just correct me if I'm wrong here. There's Tomorrowland.
You're right.
It's space. It's the future of what can be because people have to dream. That's where this would fit. But I'm just saying, look, you're welcome to any opinion you want. I'm just saying, like, there's Finding Nemo the musical, and then there's like
it's true.
Very well.
This area when you walk into it. So it's just kind of a thing. Look, and you welcome to you mark it however you feel. I'm just saying, like, they're not cohesive.
Oh, okay. And so a bunch of singing bears right next to.
Is that part of the ranking, sir?
No, I'm using your logic. Finding Nemo right next to a big ass yellow dinosaur, but you got Country Bear Jamboree.
Yes.
Right through this breezeway to the Magic Carpet.
Whoa!
Okay.
Not just. It's not part of the breezeway. Part of Frontierland. They're Country Bears.
It's a different land.
When you enter the Country Bears, you enter from Frontierland. You exit through Frontierland. There's no breezeway that takes you away from the idea that you're in Frontierland when you're visiting the Country Bears. I've never got the impression that I wasn't.
Yeah, you just got a smelly bathroom.
I just like I just like people singing to me. So if I could walk somewhere, like that's why I say on the show is because Kevin sings to me all the time.
I sing to him,
and I'm just like I gotta come back.
That's interesting. Though. Yeah.
We are really
good
because this is number 4. Jesus,
and the fact that my rankings don't even count.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all good. We're gonna tend to the other
ones. It's interesting though. All right, so number 3.
But just know, guys, if we screw this up. He's putting Triceratops Spin number 1.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, so what's your number 3, guys?
Okay, so I would have to go ahead and say Aladdin.
Aladdin's number 3.
Okay. Yeah, I would have to. And it hurts me. Trust me, it hurts me. I love the property. Love it. But, yeah, just for where it is, it's kind of out the realm as compared to the other 2. But, yeah, that's what I would go with.
I went with Astro Orbiter.
I went with Astro Orbiter too. I'll go with Lee.
I mean, it is a relatively cool theme. It's space age, futuristic-ish, but how good is your theme when you got to go up an old ass elevator to get to the ride?
Yeah, well, I mean,
but that's part of the queue. It's not really part of
it. Realistically, they can't take like 2 magnets and like make it anti-gravity.
No, I get it, but it's like how do you say I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's like, oh, you're in this queue. Let's check this out. Oh, I want to go up there and ride this ride. Here, get in this old timey elevator.
Yeah, but I like that. But every single time you see the astronauts boarding the shuttle, what do? They get in an elevator that takes them right up to the shuttle. I think that's brilliant.
I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
I mean, look, I love the property. I love Aladdin the property, but it's like you say, you go there, there's just other objects that are just there, so it's not like it's Aladdin land. It's just something that's like, hey, look, it's colorful, it's a nice spectacle. Get on it, as compared to the other colorful spectacles that you see.
Let me do this real quick because
I'm done. I walk away.
It doesn't matter what I'm going to say here.
It matters
anyway because
it all matters.
No. I think Kevin and Lee, you're going to take this because I'm going to differ with you. I'm going to differ with all of y'all. My number 3 is Dumbo.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Okay.
I can totally see
and
that.
Scenery. Once you get out of that queue,
that's fair.
It's
kind of like one and the other.
Yeah, I like the water bottom. I do like that. That aspect of it is cool. But if you give me a choice between, I mean, freaking Magic Carpets have they have the water bottom too. I'm sailing around. I'm in Agrabah. I'm not in some circus land of they've just imagined to make it fit. And when I'm looking out to see my scenery, what do I see? Like a quarter of the time, another Dumbo right next to me. I want to be able to see other things.
Well, you go to answer the theme and you got Double Dumbo. What are you talking about? That's what I was going with.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, there's no music. I mean, you get the area music, I think.
Yeah,
but I don't
Do
know.
you really want circus music?
No.
Well, in a place called Storybook Circus, maybe.
I don't know. It could make you crazy.
But why can't I hear, if I hear Elephant Fly? Why can't I hear that?
I
think there's probably we could probably do a third show on that.
Yeah, no
Write it
kidding.
down. Write it down.
Hear Elephant Fly.
That's fair. That's a fair critique, though.
No,
That's
that
all
could be
fair
like
critique.
a Plussage show. Like, how do you make these attractions better?
Well, again, I don't think we're going to hear Elephant Fly.
No,
but there's a Baby Mine. I'm trying to think of. There's another iconic Dumbo song, and I was blanking on. Was it Baby Mine that I'm missing? Oh,
Pink
Elephants on Parade. There you go.
And you can even hear it in like the accordion version of it, like a circus version of that song.
Sure. Now, it's possible they do play it in the area music that you do pick up while you're on the line, and I've just never heard it.
We should hear the Rage Against the Machine version of that. That would probably be pretty interesting.
Elephants on Parade.
In terms of the theming and the scenery when I'm on the attraction, I just don't see it with Dumbo. So that's where I'm putting it at 3.
Get on the Dumbo with another year to fly.
You know, it's funny. This kind of goes in my. Did everybody vote yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
So I'll do the turnaround here. So it's kind of this almost a similar reason I put Astro Orbiter 3 and put Dumbo 2nd, actually, which is oddly enough. But I put Astro Orbiter 3 over Dumbo. The reason being is like, you're up there, yes, you're in Tomorrowland, you're in space, but at the same time, you can still see everything. So at some point, when you get around a certain turn, you can see beyond Tomorrowland. So it takes you out of that theme. So I gave it a little notch because of that, whereas the other ones are kind of, they keep you within it. Now, granted, Triceratops Spin still sucks because the theme around it still sucks. So that's why I put Astro Orbiter ahead of that. But as compared to the other two, that's what I did. I put Astro Orbiter 3rd. I put Dumbo 2nd, and that's how I did that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, so you're already going first. You're saying Astro Orbiter.
Yeah,
I'm with you on Dumbo
Dumbo's
2nd.
my second one, yeah.
I'm with you on Dumbo.
Oh, you said Dumbo 2nd.
Yeah, Dumbo 2nd, Astro Orbiter 3rd. Yes.
Okay. So Dumbo 2nd for you.
Yes.
You
I was with, because I already said Aladdin, but I was with Dumbo for 2nd.
So okay. So then Lee.
Okay, so I've gotten lost somehow. Are we on 3 still?
No, we're on 2.
No, we
had 2.
I did 3. I did turnaround. I went 3 Astro Orbiter, then I switched
Both
to 2.
Kevin and Eli just picked up.
Yeah, you ain't. Don't look. You got to keep up. There's no fear going on right now.
We're on 2 now. Yeah.
So I've got Dumbo at actually number 2.
Okay.
And I gave Aladdin number 1 for theme.
All right, so we didn't go to number 1 yet, but that's good to know.
Oh wow! Bam! Wow! It's his segue, and that's
the same thing with me. Yeah.
So I went number 2, and then of course that leaves Aladdin last or first.
So this goes to number 2 for me.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, this was the toughest one for me.
It was tough.
I can see that.
But for number 2, I'm going to go with Astro Orbiter.
Really?
Okay. I'm going to go with Astro Orbiter in terms of theming and scenery as number 2. It's tough. It really is tough. And I could see, talk to me tomorrow.
Both sides on it.
Yeah, I might go the other way on this one. To me, Astro Orbiter has the best centerpiece of all these spinner attractions. Yeah. You feel like you're riding through the planets. You're totally, and as I'm talking it, I'm kind of talking myself.
I don't want to argue with you, but
you can see the castle when you're doing this. I mean, there is something to be said for that. It's just the overall nature that I feel when I'm riding Astro Orbiter, I feel like I'm riding a ride. I don't feel like I'm taking part in an experience. When I'm riding Aladdin, I feel like I'm taking part in the Agrabah experience.
Is this because you ride with Lovely Lily? When you
I feel like I'm hearing Aladdin say, "Hey, this is Aladdin. Go ahead and buckle in, blah blah blah," and watch out for stuff. I'm hearing that. I've got camels spitting at me. I can see the marketplace. Jasmine's right over there signing autographs and taking pictures. there's something the land contributes to the experience of the ride where I feel like what Astro, and don't get me wrong, there I can see the people mover in the distance.
Yeah,
but then I'm looking over here and I'm seeing a castle. I'm like, okay, the dichotomy is kind of tripping me out a little bit. So it's tough. It really is tough for me, but forced to make a call right here and now. I'm going to go with Astro Orbiter as my number 2, and we're about ready to get to our number 1s.
And so that leaves Aladdin for you for number 1 also.
Yes, I'm going to concurrently, and I'll go with Aladdin as number 1. I feel a little bit more enveloped in the Aladdin story. The whole idea, I'm on a magic carpet. I'm an Agrabah. Why wouldn't I be in a magic carpet? Yeah, yes.
I'm the exact same way. Aladdin is my number 1 as well.
Yeah. Same here. Number 1, the colors, the spinning camels are part of the theme. This hasn't even got brought up yet, but what about the cast members and their costumes?
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of the theme also.
That's why you take a picture with Jasmine separate.
Yeah. So I went with Aladdin as number 1 as well for theme.
Yeah. Good job.
No, that's fair. That's
All right.
fair.
E.
I got to say, I might be kicked off the show for saying this. I don't know. But I was going to say Orbiter's number 1 for me.
No.
That's cool.
Well, I'm going to say
I said
why.
it was a coin flip.
I was going to say why. Because like I wanted to kind of say, hey, what about this and that? But I wanted to like let you have your say. And like I think the thing is for me though, it's a very specific time though. I think that's the key for my decision is at night. And I think the thing is that you're right. It's Tomorrowland, but that was Walt's Tomorrowland, and that was what he envisioned it to be. And of course, yeah, the future has changed. But I like the way that everything is lit up. Yeah, I like the space age look of it. I like that when you go there to get on the ride, everything around it does seem to center around.
You're flying amongst planets.
Yeah, I mean
that is a very well done piece. Like again, it's the best centerpiece, and then maybe that should have been a separate category. But to me, it is the best centerpiece of the spinners.
When you go there, you know where you're at. I guess that's my point. And you know
what, Eli, I'm thinking here. I'm like, man, I totally forgot about night, but.
Well, you're missing that. That's why you got to be on the show.
Astro Orbiter versus the other 3, I think, Astro Orbiter might get the edge at night for sure.
And that's what makes it stick out because usually when I've gone with you guys, it's usually been at night. There's about to be a fireworks show or something like that, and then that's when I think it's at its best spectacle.
Well, no, I think you're right, man. I mean, you could go either way. I ultimately thought just overall when I was on Aladdin, I felt like I was in that movie.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and that's the good thing about Aladdin is like if you're going to experience Aladdin, what are you going to want to do? You're going to want to board a magic carpet. You're going to want to fly around Agrabah. That's exactly what you want to do. But having said that, it's that close. It really is. I mean, talk to me tomorrow. I could flip it up.
But that's the thing, right? In space, it's only effective at night.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that it's only effective at night. I mean it's like, good in the day, but at night the intensity factor just goes up.
Thank you. That's tenfold. What I'm saying. And as far as like the Aladdin ride, nothing wrong with that. But I mean, I took a picture of Jasmine by myself, and I told Aladdin, move out the way. I got to do this.
Nice. And here we are at the final category, which is repeatability.
Oh boy!
So this is the final thing that'll determine who the quest for the best is. And we're starting with number 4, the repeatability. And I'll go ahead and go first because mine was kind of linked to, the ride experience thing. And I'm putting Astro Orbiter as my number 4.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Out of all the attractions that when I go to the world that I ride, that is the one I do the least. Funny enough. So that's Astro Orbiter for me.
And I understand that. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Triceratops Spin.
I'm kind of on that limb with you. I'm on that same tree.
The hell you?
I'm just going to fill in the other 3 squares real quick.
Yeah, just X me off of that one too. I walk by that one. I'm like, where's the cotton candy at?
If you're playing bingo,
if not for Kevin, Triceratops Spin would have been number 4 in every category from every person.
That's exactly it.
That's rough, but yeah,
so it's going to get. Whatever Kevin puts him, it could have got the perfectly bad score, but.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'll give it a close. Triceratops Spin for me was close to 4, and so that's my number 3.
I was going to say, don't try to give that thing extra teeth. You know it's wrong.
No, Triceratops Spin is my number 3 for sure.
Yes, sir.
Even though my kids love riding that damn thing, we go on it, but I don't think for me repeatability. If I didn't have to go on that thing, I would.
Makes sense.
I mean, really, I don't even need to go over there at all. I just need to go get on Dinosaur and then go somewhere else. So
I'm with you.
Amen. Good for you.
And Boneyard if he had a kid.
That's right.
Yeah, a little kid.
Dinosaur is awesome. All right, so number 3, I put Triceratops Spin. What do you guys put?
Oh, boy. That's a tough one.
All right, I put Magic Carpets of Aladdin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Same.
I put Magic Carpets of Aladdin just because, I mean, there's a repeatability factor.
That's a lot.
I don't know that it's a lot because it's a long wait and it's not necessarily anything more than I can get from riding any of the other spinners.
Okay, that's
It's
fair.
just the scenery and everything like that. It's like, okay, I've done this, but I'm not going to ride it twice and get the same feels that I'm riding the Magic Card. Now I'm checking my email. Now I'm on my cell phone. Now I'm looking around and see what's going on. I don't necessarily get the repeatability factor that I get. I feel like it's one and done.
I was gonna say Dumbo on that one. Like usually for me, it's not to say that it's a terrible ride. It's just usually, to be honest, I have to kill some time or something like that. I'm like, all right, well, if everybody else is on it, I'll jump on it. It's
So
not
Dumbo's your number 4?
Number 3.
Number three. I'm sorry.
Number
okay.
3. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did that messed up with?
It's fair enough.
No,
fair
that's
enough.
good.
I was surprised though by your choice. Because we've written that a lot. Okay.
We have, but
Kirk, what's your number 4 and 3?
4 would be
Repeatability.
Triceratops Spin.
Okay.
And 3 is Aladdin.
Oh wow.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm right there with you guys. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, for how long I got to wait, and for what my experience is going to be, do I need to go do this again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, let's get on it. We're in the area. Let's hurry up. Before we get to our fast pass for Jungle Cruise, let's go. Let's get on. But once I'm done it, I'm good. I don't really care if I do it for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I'm same way.
My number 3 is Triceratops Spin. Oddly enough, even though my kids would love to ride it over and over again, I don't have to. I'm good. So,
you a champ, Kevin.
I'll do it for them. But if I didn't have to, I didn't have them, that'll be my number 3.
Trust me when I tell you, you got to let them kids know the sacrifices you do for them because they will not understand it when they get older.
All right, good to know.
There you go.
So number 2.
Number 2 is Lee. What did you guys for number 2?
All right, so I got for number 2.
Okay.
Where is it? Astro Orbiter.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, of course, number 1 is going to be Dumbo for me.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
You're right.
It's my go-to. I got to get there. Like, it's probably the first one I go to. But I think, if I'm just like maybe a blank slate and Dumbo's not like my super favorite ride, again, it factors in how long you got to wait for that ride for what you get. And so that, to me, is like if they could figure out how to make it a shorter line, there's no fast pass to it, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe if I could get on and off faster, then I would be more apt to repeat it.
Yeah, I'm in complete concurrence with Lee on this one. Astro Orbiter is my number 2 as well.
Oh, cool.
It's the sense of I fly it and there's some trepidation because it's like, ooh, I survived it the first time. I don't know if I'll survive it the second time.
Yeah.
But having said that, that's why I wouldn't put it last because there's no, like, I don't walk off of Astro Orbiter like I just walked off of the Rock and Roller Coaster and I'm like, I need a minute.
On Tower of Terror.
I could go do it again easily. It's just more of the, whew, yeah, man. I think I was fortunate to survive that, but my stomach's not in knots. I could go ahead and do it again. It's just that the Astro Orbiter, as good as it is, there's a fear factor that you have to clear in order to do it again, and for the wait time to get back on it. I don't know necessarily that I want to do it again.
Well, hopefully next year fear is not a factor for you, sir.
Thank you, Joe Rogan.
There you go. UFC.
My number 2 is going to be a Magic Carpets of Aladdin, actually. And it's smack dab in the middle of the square. I know the line's always long, and it's like, and this goes to I had to choose between this and my number 1, which is actually Dumbo. Only because it's like there's double Dumbos.
Like he kept that secret.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably figure that out. But there's 2 Dumbos, so it's like versus 1 Aladdin. It's like chances of getting on one quicker than the other. I'm gonna go with Dumbo.
Yeah,
as far as repeatability, and it's like there's something nostalgic about Dumbo the original spinner and stuff, which is kind of cool. It's like if there's one ride we ride, it's Dumbo for sure in my family.
Well,
but Aladdin, it's great and all, but that line is
yes,
that line is tough.
Astro Orbiter.
Astro Orbiter
number two?
That's my number 2. Like I said, I will ride it to be like, all right, cool. And again, I loved everything else about it, but I don't try to jump on it again.
Well, yeah.
All right,
I do it once and I'm like, I'm good.
All right, so I think we do want to talk about our number ones now because we've kind of already
we've eaten it. But you said yours.
I said mine both.
Yours is Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Lee, yours is
Dumbo, of course.
All right, why don't you lead off the discussion on Dumbo?
For number one, I mean, again, I've got to do that ride for sure when I get there. And at some point, I'm going to do it again because I got to have that memory. I want to leave before I leave my vacation. I want to make sure I get that one in again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like, dude, it's like going to Jack in the Box. Like no matter what I order, I'm definitely getting 2 tacos with it.
We don't have Jack in the Box here. Like I get what you said. We don't have that.
I don't care if I'm having breakfast. If I order a burger, if I order a chicken sandwich, it's going to be that and 2 tacos.
That's gangster. I gotta have 2 tacos with grits, whatever it takes.
That was my 2 tacos, man. I'm always going to be. That has got to get done at least once, and hopefully 2 or 3 times while I'm there. So it's going to be ultimately, the most repeatability for me.
That's
fair.
That's Lee's Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Look, hey, it's classic Disney. It's like you go to Disneyland Hotel and the celebrities that you see riding the Dumbo ride. There's something classic about Dumbo that you can do over and over again, and you have the ability to do it over and over again. And we did it over and over again because my daughter was in it just for the play. Like the spinner ride was bonus for her because the play area is so good. So the idea that you can just go, we just walk right back on and we go play in the play area for another 15 minutes. Deal. So that is why Dumbo would be number 1 for me.
Yeah, Dumbo was number one because it's like, well, other aside for the fact that this is double Dumbos and we're going to get on it.
You get on it, Cam.
Yeah, we do. My kids just love Dumbo, so it's just like we're going to go there for sure. That's the number one thing that we're going to ride over. And if I had a chance to do it again, I have a chance to do it again in an efficient manner because there are 2 of those damn things.
That's it
for sure. So yeah, that's why Dumbo is my number 1.
Well, for me, it has to be Aladdin, and I'll say it's more subjective than anything. Whenever I've gone,
Jasmine's not there.
Hold on,
she's down in the marketplace.
Let me get deep on you. Let me get deep on you for a second. So, like, anytime that I've gone,
Jasmine's shirt if you're up that high. Is that part of the fact?
Let me. You know what? See, you took me off track, but I can get on track really easily. Like, if you go to my house, Lee, you've never been to my house. I had my daughter moved in with me now, but like her and her friend were like, let's rearrange Eli's house, and they rearranged everything. And like I was like, where's the picture of me and Jasmine? Kid's about to die. The picture is like, they like, oh, we'll take care of that. They posted it up in the house and whatnot. So for me, that is something that I will do. Like, and usually it's something where whoever I'm with, we will go on that ride, and it's a relaxed experience, and it allows me to kind of contemplate, not like The Rock, sitting on The Rock per se, but it is, that's kind of like a gateway into my personal subjective enjoyment into that level of Disney. So that's why I would go with that one for number 1.
All right, Kirk, you're last, right? What would you go with? I mean, I don't think there's no ties. This is crazy. What do you have?
Dumbo.
Gotta be
Dumbo. Repeatability. I like it.
Okay,
it's about the feels. It's about the feels.
All the feels.
Cool. All right. So we got our rankings, and Lee, are you tabulating the scores?
We're ready, man. We got it.
You got it. Okay.
Right.
So Lee, tell us, starting from 4 back to number 1. What is our overall consensus of number 4, dude? Go with it.
Triceratops Spin gets 99% rotten.
I'm shocked.
Tomatoes.
Go figure.
I mean,
shocked.
It literally could not have got. It could have only gotten 1 score worse. But again, Kevin is wimpy about Astro Orbiter. So
Kevin put some extra teeth on that.
We got a 3 in that instead of a 4. But if not for that, it would have had perfectly failing score. So that got 63 points total. All right. out of a possibility of 64. Next is Aladdin's Magic Carpets at 35 points. But really close, Astro Orbiter, 33 points. So only 2 points separating Aladdin and Astro Orbiter.
So 2 and 3 are very, very close.
Yeah, it was the theming that did it, I bet, too.
And then Dumbo, of course, came in number 1 with 29 points. The next closest one being Astro Orbiter with 33 points. So, the top 3 were relatively close, but 3 and 2 were definitely very, very close.
Well, good job, Dumbo.
Dumbo. You fly, elephant, fly.
That's right.
That's it.
It could have got maybe a little different if a couple of those coin tosses would have went another way, but ultimately Dumbo pulls it off.
I think and I'm sure the Mohicans out there will have their own opinions about that. But I mean, that was like in some parts it was straight up objective, but in other parts it was subjective. We had to kind of like break it down.
That was scientific.
Yes, there's our quest for the best. Dumbo coming out as number 1 on the top. We're curious to know how you guys ranked everything based upon those different areas. Let us know, and we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, guys, if you want to learn more about us, the Magic Our Way podcast, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions about how your particular rankings went, you can do so in the following ways. Shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, leave us a voicemail of our SpeakPipe widget, or you can call or send us a text message at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815-MOWEEKEND 669-4226. And, of course, we have a couple of guys do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we've got Eli does things with comics.
Hey, Rob Liefeld here. Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, all of it. You guys, what is up? Eli Ivory. What a great name. Eli Ivory, comic guru. I'm here to talk about you. I am here to say, check out ivorycomics.com. That's right, you. Check out ivorycomics.com. ivorycomics.com.
Feet.
If you're not doing that, you're missing out.
Missing out, feet.
The Savages comic cannot be beat, cannot be surpassed. You need to check it out, experience it for yourself.
Who knows the story?
The story. It's all about the glory. Congrats to you and all the magic that you're making with your Ivory Comics. Eli Ivory, comic book guru. Check out ivorycomics.com, comic book guru. Eli Ivory, the whole package.
Who told me to?
Deadpool said to. Do it. ivorycomics.com.
Get out.
Right now. Liefeld out.
I tell you what, any person that is listening to this podcast and you cut it off before it gets to that part, you're missing out. You're missing out big, because you don't ever know how this thing ends. You know how it starts and you know how it works in the middle, but you're missing out. You're missing out. Stick through all the way to the end. Enjoy what Mr. Liefeld had to say.
That's right. You hang on for Kirk Landry's favorite comic book artist.
That's it. Kirk Landry loved this guy. He told the Navy about Rob Liefeld. That's why I got Rob Liefeld. Let me tell you something. Like, look, I'm gonna let's let this go.
Favorite?
Yeah, I know he's your favorite. Look, it's my time though. Let me just say this. It's my time. Let me get this down.
Yeah, Rob Liefeld's your favorite. Now let Eli finish.
Let me say this, okay? It's okay. Just chill out. Come on, come on. This is for me. You good. You good. Look, here's the thing. This is what you call the power of imagination. That's what Walt Disney wanted. If you had told me as a kid I could get Rob Liefeld to give me an outro, I'd have said you crazy. But due to the power of being a Disney buff, talking artistic stuff, here's a legend saying, hey, look, read this guy's stuff. And so when he leaves out every time, I got to talk to Rob about this, but it's okay. He's a very busy man. And there's always a link to this podcast, so you never miss an episode.
Never.
You get all the glory. You get all the story. You get every episode. You get everything you want to know about and how it's going to go down. That's right. You don't miss nothing. Because you could go to the website and get that. Because that's what the love is.
That's all the love.
That's synergy. That's what Disney does, and that's what we execute every day, all day, because we don't play. That's why we all here all day. Anyway, so you can find me on Facebook.com, Elijah Ivory. As long as you're a bot, I will talk to you. But if you're a real person, please send me a like. Project Geisha, it's on Facebook.com as well. So go ahead, check out the videos, check out the art. All good. Instagram, you can find me there at eivory504. I'm posting up the hearts and I'm posting the comments, and I'm trying to learn how to make a story so it can be cool with some more glory.
Amish versus dinosaurs.
Yes, actually. Need to go ahead and dinosaurs seems to be the thing.
Stop giving away our retirement plan.
Damn it. Damn it. Rank number 1. There you go. So eivory504, you can find me there. And of course on Twitter you can find me Haircut10166. So rank number 1, if you appreciate the madness, you just give me the gladness. Thank you very much.
Booyah.
Yeah.
And look, if you want to book a vacation so you can experience all of these spinners down at Walt Disney World, you can do it through Lee. Lee, tell them how to do this.
First, I just want to say, when I was a kid, if someone had told me that Rob Lightfield was doing an outro for me on a podcast, I would have just said, what the f*** is a podcast? But
yeah, because you old.
But yeah, just give me a call, man. 832-431-1621. That's 832. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. 832-SPINRND. Email me at lee@magicourway.com. Facebook, check me out at Facebook on Facebook.com. Facebook. How many times can I say Facebook when I'm saying this?
Facebook.
Facebook. LASTOVICA travel. Instagram, you can find me at You Got a Friend in Lee Travel. So do any of that and we'll get you hooked up and booked up with no
Spinderella Vika.
Kirk.
Yes.
Tell them how they can find you.
On here.
On the Magic Art
Anyway, you could be found. Do you just say, like, when you show up here, that's when they're going to find you. Right.
Yes.
That's right.
Until the next return voyage of the Powers of the Magic Kingdom podcast, yes.
Right.
Well, they can find you on the Magic Our Way Pleasure Island 33 Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
They can, absolutely.
There you go. That's one place.
Mm-hmm. That is a place.
If you don't, you're missing out.
You're missing out.
Well, Kurt, we thank you for coming on the show. We look forward to the next time you.
Yes, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for driving all the way over here to be the tiebreaker we didn't need.
No, you know what though? Thank you for being that guy. Thank you for being that fourth guy that I could look across the table and be like, hey, there's that guy. Kevin can look across and be like, hey,
sing the Golden Girls song for me.
Thank you for being a friend.
Hey.
Thank you for being a friend.
That's all I know.
Traveled in from Raceland, now back again.
Nice.
Your heart is true, but your choice for the pick was off. And
if you brought a bottle of Long Island iced tea,
then we'll see
you'll be sleeping on my couch again.
Rob Lightfield can't draw feet.
Your heart is true.
Why y'all hating on Rob Lightfield?
I know. The guy can't be shot.
In addition, guys, there's so many ways to support the show as a whole, and you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to take a second and thank you for being a loyal listener, and we love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, my weekends, ladies and gentlemen, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out!
Yeah!
I have every intention of eating those bananas for breakfast, but I still